Welcome back to Factorio MSX Gigabase. Now I am way out here extending what I guess you could call the outer perimeter, or it's like the solar panel perimeter. Whatever you want to call it, it doesn't really matter. I'm basically just exploring to see good locations for further furnace stacks. And I came across this. We have cliffs! I was almost concerned that since we'd started on 15 we wouldn't find cliffs, but there you go, we have cliffs. Anyway, that was just a... Ooh, there's more cliffs. I might even need to start building cliff explosives. I do believe I have the tech researched for that one, even if I don't have the artillery train yet. Is it in there? Yes, right there, cliff explosives. So we do have cliff explosives. If they get in the way, I can blow them up, and that's certainly what we'll do. But, yeah, cliffs. Neat. Anyway, I will rejoin you when we're ready to continue our normally scheduled episode. Bye-bye for now. And welcome back to the second segment. I have set up publishers on Yellow Science. We're here at Yellow Science. The publishers have meant that trains have already, as soon as you set them up, basically a train's on its way to fulfill the immediate demand from the empty boxes. So we have filled boxes. These ones have no request at the moment. I can't remember what Yellow Science stacks to, so I guess we will find out. So I have 1200 bots. I don't actually know how many I require, so this is kind of a test to see how we go, but throwing those in there, I mean they're all being used right now. Let's see how we go as science starts accelerating. It should get up to 3,000 a minute, I guess, from this one stack. There you go. It's knocking around. Oh no. That would tend to suggest that 1200 robots is not actually enough for this process to work. Which may well be the case. We may not have enough robots and enough charging facilities either, in fact. Let's get some more robots. I was going to give them both 1200, but I'm kind of thinking we need more than 1200 in each lot. So this will take the first slot up to 2400, but it may well be that that just means that we have tons of robots that can't charge. Let's have a look at how that performance is going. Oh, it's at 3k now. Maybe it just needed a little bit of time to settle down. The 5-second is steady at 3. The 1 minute, I guess, will get there fairly soon. Alright, I'll leave that one to settle and put the 1200 down here. I mean, there's not a lot of buffer if it isn't quite doing it. So the first move is to buffer up all the chests, and it looks like we're already getting a restock. A restock of processing units. That makes sense. And copper. That also makes sense. We're probably starting to get a little bit of action in the factory. Okay, Yellow Science is now at 4. It needs to get to 6 to make me happy. Maybe the 5-second is at 6. There's 5. 5859, are you going to do it? Or do we need to throw more resources at you? Come on, you know you want to. It should be able to do it. There's spare robots in this top part. So it's not a robot question, unless it's just a charging question. Down here, it's quite possibly still buffering. There you go, 6,000, yellow science, 6.1 over the 1 minute. Can we see it over 1 minute? The 5,000 hangs around there, we'll get there eventually. .9, 6.0, 6.0. I think that would tend to demonstrate yellow science as a success. It will take a while for this impact to flow through into these other numbers, so I'm not too worried about that just yet. Well, I know these numbers can handle it, so there's no reason to be concerned. Eventually this will slow down when these chests have fully buffered up. So the question is, what does yellow science stack to? And it looks like it's 200, which is quite a lot really. That means it's probably what all the sciences stack to. It means 200, we're getting basically 8,000 per cat. We're getting 64,000. So we want 4,000 in each one of these requester chests. And I need to not be on the rails because a train could come through at any moment. Except the middle rails, they're actually probably safe because I haven't set up any trains for them yet. So there we go. What's that doing to the bots? We may not have enough now. Certainly is madness there. Possibly when the chests fill up it will settle a bit. We need to do the same up here. I am a little concerned if it's going to be that much. I mean, clearly, I guess the science trains don't need to load up all that often. They'll drop off their load and it will take 10 minutes before another load is required, and that's probably just as well. I think we're still constantly doing that, even with the number of bots, even with having to buffer up these chests. So that's all good. Anything else jumping up to decent numbers? Not really yet. Processing units should get up to, I would have thought, quite a high number, 8,000-9,000 a minute. But it might take it a while before it does. So there you have it, yellow science. Alright, next cab off the rank is not necessarily going to be done in order, but I was thinking I would actually sort out purple because, let's hit the right number, it would be helpful. Purple science needs electric engine units done. An electric furnace, and I was originally going to do the electric furnace possibly with the purple science, but instead of that what I am going to do is, it's very similar really to the battery solar build in that if we take a look at what we have for that, I mean, we have this slope to the side here which we wouldn't necessarily need to do. But basically we have stackers coming in. What? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, you can't get out because there's a battery train because we have too many battery trains and it's allowed to travel up here, and that's silly. Maybe I need one less battery train. Interesting. Glad I looked at that. That's the way in. That's the culprit right there. Alright, we'll fix up that mistake. So yeah, what I'm saying is we need to set up something similar to the solar build for furnaces. And what it will do basically is feed, let's go to batteries load. What it will do is it will take raw stone and steel. The stone will be turned into stone brick and then combined with the steel to make furnaces. I think that's all you need for furnaces. No, you also need circuits. So we'll feed in steel, advanced circuits and stone, and we'll have furnaces smelting the stone into stone brick, and then assembly machines combining everything into electric furnaces. So that is the strategy there, and we'll have an input for the stone coming from outside, because like all products, our crude products, our raw products come from outside, and the other products will come from the inside. There's a nice, I'm sort of pointing to here because there's a nice 70 million stone, so I was kind of thinking I might do it sort of in this area. There's also quite a lot of iron over here, so maybe I will do the furnace thing here so that I can do the iron thing sort of over here, and we'll see how that goes. Where am I? Probably somewhere I don't really want to be. Yes, that would be true. Okay, you go to manual now. This here is the offending item. Let us just back you up into the batteries because I didn't give enough stackers for all of this action. You can come up to there, and then you can go back to automatic. Out of the way. And batteries is still coming up for some reason. How the hell do you get to there? And why do we need this one as well as that one? This is probably less than ideal. Probably have one up here somewhere. That would make sense if that's where you were going, but that's not where you are going, because you have to wait up there. Oh, but it's because of those that you're waiting there. Okay. Okay, we really do have just one battery train too many. Oh, this is the reason. How about that one is one of those? let's see if it works. Automatic. That's better. I think we can cope now with the 3. And you are my engineering train. Very good. Let's see if I can back you out without smacking into anything. Okay, let's go to engineering, unload, get rid of that one. What I'm going to do is load up with miners and get ready to build out to our where we're going to place the electric furnace build. I will rejoin you when we are in a suitable position. And guys, here we are. You've just missed mass production 4, produced 250 million. Normal electronic circuits, that one there just popped up. So yes, production has tipped up a little bit, 51,000 green circuits at the moment. I'm not, oh, we must have fully buffered up, I'm gonna guess. Either that or this one doesn't seem to be doing anything at all. It has it does not have blue circuits. Why does it not have blue circuits? I'm not quite sure why I'm getting that request. We seem to have an issue there. This one appears to be going fine. So one of the modules is fine, the other one has some issues. I might have to replace these publishers. They seem to be getting confused with the train, with the station name. I've had that issue before. It's a bug in terms of renaming stations that I haven't sorted out in my mod yet, but never mind. The thing is, we are now doing sort of well, slightly better numbers. I'm expecting all of these, like when that was 6, this should get up a bit higher. That might be all that needs to do. Not sure guys. That's what the excitement was about. I've taken a, whoops, we can't do it under map mode, we need InfiniZoom. I've taken a picture of the solar array, and I guess I don't need all of it just yet. I mainly wanted this front bit, and I guess this bit going down. It's not really correct, but it's probably correct enough. And yes, we are still at 6060, although it has been a little bit shaky. It's all the way up to 15 microseconds in the update, so that's not a great sign. You may have to do something about that. Anyway, we are probably running out of time for the episode, and there's still tons to do, not least of which is fill out this bit. So basically we have our steel and red circuits area where they can wait on the way in. We have furnaces on the way out. Down here we don't need any of this stuff. And we won't need this exit actually, because they will enter and exit from the other end. We need more track. Come on guys, put the track where it's important, up here. So most of this train is kind of devoted to, well, now we have lots of speed modules in it. Actually, I'll get on the proper side of the track. I don't know how important that is. Doing a build like this, it's probably not especially important. But if I do it, perhaps the bots will behave better. I don't know. What I might do is take the legs out, put the fusion reactors in for a slightly better charge, and come back here, grab some more of those. We are probably very short of those as well. A few long poles never went amiss. Here's the bulk of my bots trying to catch up. So yes, the idea is we have the processing here, and we are going to run a line out to this stone. I'll work out, well, I've got two lots of stone actually, we can use them both so that we can avoid a little bit of congestion. I'll work out how much we need in terms of processing. We have to double it, of course, because stone into stone brick, you need extra. That was probably the worst one to go down, but it doesn't really matter. There we go. We are obviously going to need to use landfill here quite substantially, and probably make another stacker and sort of reverse a little bit of this. Only on the way in are we going to need a stacker though. But I think we might have to do a chunk of that. Well, I guess I'll set up the stone mining between episodes, and we can come back and sort out the rest of the furnace build then. I think we've probably done enough for this episode. Thanks for joining me, guys. Let's just have one final look at the production numbers. Yes, we need to fix up that station, which I will do now probably ahead of anything else. And yeah, this is getting way too high. So, not sure what I can do about that. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye for now. Just a quick addendum, guys. I think much of our real issue is the clearing of the copper over here at Copper 4. We've got these massive bot trips going on, large numbers of bots being deployed over a long distance that to drain all of these excess supplies of copper. The good news is we've drained 1.3 million in this fairly short period of time, but I mean, even look at this, all of this charging going on. It's it's not how it's going to act when we are live. Let's put it that way. So I think that's a big part of the excessive microseconds in each update, so we'll have to wait until this is clear before we can get a proper picture of it. The other thing I may as well show you very quickly is the landfill over here, landfill 2. That's at 246,000. We need to put a couple of speed modules in some of these remaining miners, but yeah, it's getting shredded from all the landfill that we've been doing of late. This one up here that's taking its place, it's dropped 15 million, but there's still quite a healthy amount of stone there, so that will last for a fair bit longer. and our total solar is now all of that, for a grand total of 628,000. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.